Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Honor X10 5G on the left, and on the right we have the Bold N1 from Blue. So make sure you guys stay locked in with me, and I'll get right back with you. Okay, guys. So right here on the left we have the Honor X10 5G. Now this is a really good device that has 8 gigabytes of internal storage, but this one has 6 gigabytes because you can get 2 different variants. You have one that comes in 64 gigabytes, one comes in 128, and one comes in 256. This is the 64 gigabyte model. You can see the camera has this rectangular module camera. We're going to talk about the build quality. Now this is plastic, but it definitely mimics glass. We have wireless charging on the back of here. It's Gorilla Glass 5. I just literally dropped the phone right before I started this video, so it's a little bit scratched up on the back right there on the bottom right hand corner, but overall it's been pretty good. It hasn't really dropped that much, but I do mainly keep a case on there. On the Honor X10, you will notice that there's not any scratches yet, but this phone does scratch as well, so just keep that in mind, because they're like both made of this like glassy plastic composite. So both of these phones feel really good in the hand. Let's talk about the weight of these devices. Now we are getting 180 grams of weight on the Blue Bold N1, which is pretty average. It's a pretty decent size. It definitely has some weight to it, which is pretty cool. And we have a 203 gram phone on the left, which is the Honor X10. It's a little bit heavier, definitely feels a little bit more substantial. Both of these devices have screen protectors on them. So you can see this one does have a in-display fingerprint, and this one has the side-mounted fingerprint. So let's just do a quick fingerprint test, and obviously the Honor is going to win because you have to wait for that animation on the Bold N1. So you can see right here, this is what it looks like. So it's a lot quicker, but it's really cool to have that that animation for that in-display fingerprint sensor. Let's turn them all the way up. You can see the brightness on both of these devices. Now we do have an AMOLED display on the Bold N1, but when I'm looking at these devices, they both look absolutely gorgeous. So I want to talk about that a little bit. So we do have a full HD display on the left, which is the Honor X10. We're getting that nice display. Now this device came out in September. This one right here came out September 2019, and the Honor just came out last month. Like it was literally a few months ago. It came out in May, so not last month, but like before the summer started. It feels like just yesterday, but a lot of people haven't actually got their hands on it yet, because in a lot of regions it hasn't came out yet and it's not available. So it's pretty new, and some regions haven't even gotten the phone yet. But you can see we do have a really nice display on the Honor. It's going to give you IPX5 water resistancy, which means that it can endure light splashes of water on the phone without getting damaged. We don't have any water resistancy on the Bold N1, but I think that's pretty cool. Aluminum alloy design on here for the Honor. So you're getting this aluminum frame all the way around it, probably like a plastic back composite, but the display is like this really nice display coating on it. It's going to be called, it's like a really nice coating on there for the display. Now for the Bold N1, we are getting that AMOLED display. Now it's a high density display at they're going to give you 403 pixels per inch on there versus the 397 on the X10. So a little bit more pixels per inch on the Bold N1, but you could see that everything is just really snappy on here. So I can't complain. You get a textured power button right here on the side, and also the volume rockers are actually textured. Well, they're not textured, but they're separated with a gap, so you can differentiate them from the power button, which is really cool. Now these buttons do have a click, which is really, you can easily click these buttons by mistake. So they are in there embedded. They do wiggle, just to keep that in mind. Now these buttons are actually really solid. They have a nice tactile click in it, and I really like how they sound when you click it. It's not too wiggly at all. They're actually embedded in there really nicely. And the 6.63 inch display we have on the you know, on the X10. Also on the Bold we have a 6.4 inch. So let me just show you the screen side by side so you can see how they look. So it's going to be slightly bigger on the you know the X10. Definitely going to be pretty cool when it comes to looking at content on both of these devices. So I can't stress that enough. But the Bold N1, you know, it will get a little bit brighter because it's that AMOLED display. You could definitely see it's getting brighter because of that AMOLED display. But overall, this Honor does look really beautiful. It's just that AMOLED display absolutely looks gorgeous when you're looking at it in direct sunlight. You also do have Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on the front of the Bold N1, which is really impressive as well. So obviously the Honor X10 is a full HD display panel. Very high pixels on the Bold N1, where we have really high pixels on the, you know, the Honor. So when it comes to the pixel density, of course the Bold M1 is going to win because it has that very high pixel density of 403 versus 397. But the 90 hertz screen refresh rate on the Bold N1 is going to take the icing on the cake when you're scrolling, and the speeds of that screen look absolutely beautiful. Now when it comes to the gaming on the Honor X10, it's probably one of the better, if not the best gaming chips that I've ever gamed on in the but mid-range department. Now this is a budget smartphone, but you can consider it a budget flagship. Now the reason why I say that is because you can record in 4K on the front, 4K on the rear. You also do get the Kirin 820 high silicon processing chip, which is going to be one of Honor's really quick processing chips. It's really snappy. Honestly, you can't I didn't complain any way possible with this thing. It was just really zippy. You know, anything I wanted to do with it, it was following instructions, orders, everything like that. I'm not sure why my gun isn't working. Is he on my same team? Let me see. Yeah, he was on the same team as me, but that didn't make sense. Okay, that's the enemy team. I'm shooting at the wrong dudes. But yeah, like I said, guys, when it comes to gameplay on this phone, you will be pleasantly surprised. Like I said, the speeds on this device are really good. I didn't have any issues with it whatsoever. So honestly, when it comes to gaming, you will be pretty impressed. It has 6 GB of internal storage. Has plenty of processing power and speeds. Also, you do get the AMOLED G57, which is going to be adequate for keeping up to high quality graphics. Also, you won't have any lag on here when you're gaming. So I just really appreciate this device for what it's worth, $300 or so. It gives you a really good processing chip and processing speeds for gaming. So just keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to the Bold N1, this is a pretty decent phone to run games on. 4 GB of RAM, 128 GB of internal storage. We do have the AMOLED chipset in here, so it's going to be pretty fast all around. And you can see right here the performance is really good on this device. Alright, so you can see the Bold N1 games really well. Oh man. So we are getting an Octa-Core Helio P70 on this device. It's gaming really well when it comes to the graphics. Overall, everything looks really smooth. No stutters, no hiccups. There's maybe 1 or 2 of those, but nothing too crazy where it's gonna hinder performance or anything like that. You could see graphics are really clean. So I didn't have any issues, any complaints when it came to the gaming on here. I actually did get first place, which is kind of cool too. You're pretty much going to get all the sensors on here: gyroscope, proximity sensor, light sensor, accelerometer, and compass as well. You do get a pedometer on the Bold N1, which is kind of cool. So, you know, they put a pedometer on there, but the Honor also does have like its own tracking system where you can have like this Huawei health, which is kind of cool. So let me just show you what that looks like. You basically have this health and fitness tracker thing where it's like tracing my steps and everything like that. It's kind of cool because you don't even need like a smartwatch. It just does it from the phone. But if you did want to add a device to it, you could do so. But I think that's really cool that you get that option to, you know, like read your health. Now, we do get a ton of different features on here, including on the Bold N1 we do get that in-display sensor. No NFC on either one of these devices, so just keep that in mind. But we do get the hotspot, dark mode, things of that nature, screen recording, screen sharing as well, Huawei Share. So I think these devices are pretty packed. We also do get wireless charging on the Bold N1, which is really cool. Now, when it comes to the cameras, we get a 40 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel for wide angle on the Honor, and a macro lens at 2 megapixels. Now, on the Bold N1, we are getting a 16 megapixel main camera, 5 megapixel for portraits. Now, on the front, we do get a 13 megapixel on the Bold N1, and on the front of the Honor, we do get a 16 megapixel for that pop-up selfie camera, as you can see right here. So definitely a really cool thing. One of the things that I did do was update this device to Android 10, and when I did, there was a glitch where the front-facing camera wouldn't work. So what I did was I factory reset the device. I got the front-facing camera to work, but later on in the day, something happened where the front-facing camera was no longer working. So I might have to do another factory reset. Bold may want to add like an update, but this is from the rear camera. I took a portrait right there, but this photo right here was from the front facing camera when it was working. So it does take some really good portraits on the front facing camera. So I'm gonna do a factory reset again. Hopefully I downloaded like a Bank of America app, and then I guess that's when I noticed that the selfie camera didn't work. So we'll do another factory reset. Now we are getting Bluetooth 5.0 on both on the Honor. On the Bold, we're getting the Bluetooth 4.2. So just keep that in mind. But the Honor has like these advanced settings in sound where you can actually customize sounds even in the device. So not only when you're listening to like with headphones, you can also change the sound of the camera as well. But I think it's really cool. You get this option for hissing sound. I just saw it and then it disappeared. Let me see more settings. Here it is. Hissing sound and effects. So this one you need earphones for the hissing sounds to work. But I was using like this equalizer as well, which was really cool on the Honor device. Now on the Bold N1, you do have like an advanced sound option in here. If you go to sounds, it's going to give you like this advanced sound option where you can just click sound enhancement and then get this bass boost right there. You could also change the sound of the camera for the pop-up selfie camera. You could change like the sounds of it, but you can see when I touch that, it just closes. So I'm going to perform like a reset on this device to get that camera to open back up. Because you saw in my last video, it was working. There's no actual physical damage or hardware issues on this phone. It's just a software issue. So hopefully Bold can like send an update to this device. Okay, so YouTube 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was the Honor. Let's try Twitter on here and see which one opens up quicker. 1, 2, 3. And that was the Honor. Let's try Facebook, 1, 2, 3. And that looks like the Honor again. Let's try Spotify, 1, 2, and 3. There it goes to the Honor one more time. Just a really snappy device. Let's try Amazon, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's open one more time on the Honor quicker, but that just gives you an idea of the speeds on these two devices. But leave your comments down below. Let me know which one you found better in your opinion, but I'll check you guys later, get right back with you. But in the meantime, have a great morning, afternoon, evening. I'll get right back with you later, crew. Peace.